Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are having a fantastic day. If you are new to the channel, my name is Parker Nirenstein, and this is Vehicle Virgins. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell just to the right of it to stay up to date on the latest and greatest automotive content. I see you guys in the notification squad with your comments. I love each and every one of you guys, looking stronger than ever, by the way. It finally arrived, guys, my 1 million subscribers play button. Look how huge that is, especially next to the 100,000. This was like my ultimate prize possession, and now we've got this bad boy. I am seriously so excited about this, guys. Thank you so much. Now we gotta hit 10 million. That's the next milestone. Imagine it right there. It came with this pretty cool letter from YouTube as well. Thanks, YouTube. Oh, my car collection's starting to get insane. Just kidding. If you guys missed yesterday's video, I took out the E63 and determined how fast it did 0 to 60. Car and Driver just tested the new BMW M5 and got 2.8 seconds to 60 miles an hour. Honestly, I was a bit nervous. 2.8 seconds is insane for a sedan, but it turns out that the E63 was able to hit 60 miles an hour in 2.7 seconds. That's right, this bad boy, this 4,600 pound sedan was able to do 0 to 60 in a V-Box confirmed 2.7 seconds. It also did it 3 times in a row, by the way. 2.7, 2.7, 2.7, and then the last one, a slow 2.8. Unbelievable. Haven't driven the Lambo in a while. I think I'm gonna take her out today. As you notice, I'm missing the gas cap. And that is because when I got the new carbon fiber hood for the car, unfortunately, it was painted incorrectly. We're still not sure why that happened. The paint code in the computer didn't call for pearl, and Verde Mantis is a very pearly color. So they took my gas cap off so they could paint match it. The hood is now done. I just need to get it installed. Oh, it's gonna look sick. We got the Z4 chilling over here with the Anarchy wheel boxes behind there. That's where my stock OEM wheels for the Lamborghini are. Remember, guys, I am giving away this manual BMW Z4. There's information in the description below on how to win, but essentially, you just gotta be a subscriber to Vehicle Virgins and be a pro member on my website, lightgravity.com/pro. Link in the description below for that. It ends March 15th. Somebody is gonna get a Z4 for free. These two seriously look so good next to each other. I know you're probably wondering, where is the S-Class? I parked that out over here. There she is. The reason being, this tunnel here, well, it's super cool and it acts as an extra garage space, sort of, because it's completely covered and the car doesn't get dirty. I was parking the E63 here, and that meant that if I wanted to get the Lambo or the S-Class out, I had to back out the E63 first. A little bit annoying. But guys, I think it is time to get back to doing some more reviews on the channel. That's right, I want to do some more straight up, cinematic, awesome reviews of the latest and greatest cars that are coming out. So I've organized a little meeting with some car dealerships so I can get some more epic content to you guys. Let's do it. I've got a ton of new furniture coming on Tuesday, so after that, when the house is finally done, I know it's looked pretty empty recently, I'm gonna do another full house tour. I am so pumped. My sister is also visiting next week, so I think we might need to do some video with her as well. I think we got too much gray on. Let's change that. Much better. All right, how about an E63 cold start in the morning? Let's hit it. Ariana, you so pretty. Time to go dealership hunting. Meeting went well, fingers crossed. We might have some awesome reviews coming your way soon. I haven't driven the Lambo in a long time. It's been E63, E63, E63. Obviously, I mean, that's what happens when you get a new car. You become absolutely obsessed with it. And with one this good, I mean, how could I not want to drive it every single second? But let's go take out the Huracan and drive it some fun roads. Every time it scares me. Another spectacular day out in Southern California. And we are back. One thing I'm not a huge fan of on the E63 is when you click the camera button so that you can reveal the front camera to see what's going on ahead of you, also so you don't run the front end into a curb. On the S-Class, when you click the button over on this side, it would automatically pop up a front camera if you were going forward, or it would show a backup camera if you were going in reverse. This, it brings up automatic parking first, which I don't really want to do. You have to scroll down several times to get to the frontal parking. The graphics are better than on the S-Class, but I wish I didn't have to do that. So we all know the interior lighting is ridiculous in the S-Class, but what I forgot was check this out. When you turn down the temperature, it lights up blue, and when you turn up the temperature, it goes red. That is crazy. Let's do it on this side. See, it's red, and then let's make it colder. Now it's blue. What the heck? This video is about car insurance. No, it's not a car insurance commercial. It really just sounded like I was about to start a car insurance commercial. I'm gonna let you guys know what it costs to insure the Lamborghini at age 23, as well as the E63S and the Mercedes S550 as well. I think you'll be pretty surprised at the numbers, actually, especially one of the Mercedes. But first, let's go ahead and take out the Huracan for a spin. I haven't driven that in forever. Some updates on the car. Hopefully, we will get this hood installed next week. All right, guys, it is definitely time for the second cold startup of the day with the Huracan. I can't even hear my own voice over that. After a little bit, it does quiet down though. Otherwise, that would be ridiculous if it sounded like that at all times. Still absolutely loving my Avant-Garde Exotics exhaust. Thank you guys so much for that thing. Seriously, I love it. Also, I put about 8,000 miles now on that VF supercharger. Still running strong as ever. Let's take it for a spin. And in a rare instance, I actually have gas. Look how bad the backup camera is on this Huracan, even though it costs twice as much as the E63. You can barely see anything. I haven't driven this car at all since getting the new E63, and I gotta say, it feels good to be back. It is interesting though, now that they've come out with sedans that do 0 to 60 as fast as supercars, is there still a need for a two-door sports car? Well, we're gonna go out and drive on some twisty roads and remember exactly why this car is so amazing. But yes, 0 to 60 times aren't absolutely everything. Even if the E63 was faster than this to 60 miles an hour. I mean, this does 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds. The Tesla Model S P100D, I believe, has been clocked 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds, but obviously entirely different animals and invoke different emotions in you when you're driving. The E63 downright blasts, and in some regards, it can be almost a little bit more fun because it has a little bit less power, and because it's cheaper, you're not quite as worried the entire time. That's an interesting thing. When I was driving the Lamborghini Reventon, when I reviewed that car, that was a blessing and a curse. It was an incredible experience getting to review that car. And thanks so much to the owner for making that possible. But it was so expensive that it was actually frightening the entire time driving it, because knowing that if something happens, not even your fault, somebody else dings it, it's gonna cost you a heck of a lot of money. So that is one thing. If you are looking at getting a supercar, make sure you can also stomach the fact that something may go wrong outside of your control. I mean, when I bought my 2004 Lamborghini Gallardo, it was rear-ended 3 months after I got it. I was stopped at a stop sign and this girl was texting and driving, wasn't looking, bam, rear-ended it. The biggest problem was, despite insurance covering it all, insurance doesn't cover the depreciation caused by the accidents. When cars like this get into an accident, they lose a lot of value. Even if it's totally repaired, even if it was just a rear end accident, the bumper was replaced, sometimes $20,000+ of perceived value can be diminished from the car just because of that accident, because people want a clean, 100% pristine supercar when they're looking to buy one. Doesn't mean for sure if the car's been in an accident it'll be impossible to sell. You can find the right buyer. Turns out when my car was seriously damaged, when I let somebody else drive it, there was another person looking for a crashed Gallardo to create kind of a project build and eventually, potentially, twin turbo the car. It ended up being perfect for him, but definitely an interesting scenario to say the least. All right, I haven't floored this car in a while. Let's see seat of the pants feel compared to the E63. Oh my God, oh, whoa. Yep, yeah, it's a lot faster. Oh my gosh. It's so funny how acceleration works in terms of your perception. You get used to a car's acceleration after a while. Driving this every day, I kind of got used to the 800 horsepower supercharged maniacness of this car. But after a little while of not driving it, oh my gosh, did I forget how truly fast this thing is. Let's do a first gear pull, shall we? Oh my. Woo! I freaking love this thing. Holy crap. There we go again. I know a lot of you guys are like, he always exaggerates his face when accelerating. I promise I don't do that. That doesn't serve any purpose, because then when I drive a truly fast car, you guys won't be able to tell the difference between a 400 horsepower car and an 800 horsepower car. But this thing is something else. Absolutely something else. All right, turning onto a pretty good road here. Let's see how she feels. Oh my gosh. Oh, the brakes in this thing too. Holy moly. One thing that I am noticing is with the E63, because it's not all that loud, I mean, it's pretty loud, it does feel like you can drive faster without attracting too much attention to yourself. Like in the green Huracan, this thing is so loud and it's green, so if you're accelerating, pretty much anyone around you is gonna notice that you're there, and sometimes that may be an officer of the law. Oh my gosh. Wow, wow, the power is unbelievable. And the grip, oh, I love this car so much. I freaking love it. Just got to this overlook, and I was gonna talk about all the insurance stuff up here, but it is literally freezing and the wind is terrible. So I'm gonna do a point of view back down the hill, and then we'll find another place to go. I don't understand what's happening right now. I thought we got through the brutal winters of 69 degrees, but it feels like it's in the 40s right now. The wind is absolutely ripping. Let's head down the hill.
Wasted moments for that potential atonement, an angel in disguise. But he can see your empty.
Let me know what you guys think of this over-the-shoulder look.
She's a whistle in the catacombs, a paradox. He's in love with the statue in marble glass.
Now, I know some of you guys were complaining that sometimes I do unnecessary downshifts and upshifts during the point of view videos. I honestly just do that so that you can hear more sounds in the car. I mean, I could hit all of this if I wanted to in third gear, but it just wouldn't sound as cool. It would just be random going up the RPM range and down the RPM range. So I figured that by shifting through the gears a bunch, it gives you a little bit more of a range of cool noises that the Huracan can produce, especially with those downshifts and those crackles. That's the thought process behind it anyways. If you hate it, then I'm sorry. I like it. All right, let's pull over and talk about insurance, shall we? All right, insurance costs on high-end cars. This is something I get asked a lot about, and I see posts all the time online from people who are either concerned that supercars are completely unaffordable because of the insurance costs if you're young, or just genuine curiosity. So I want to talk a little bit about how much it exactly costs me for the 3 cars that I own, as well as factors that are involved in insurance prices. So obviously there are a lot of factors, one being age. In general, because they have all this statistical data, it does show that younger drivers are likely to get into more accidents than older drivers. That being said, as you drive longer and longer with a clean driving record, it is going to help. So a big thing is having a clean driving record, which I have, so that helps drop my insurance premium a decent amount.
Other factors, obviously, what car it is, the expense of the car, how often that particular car gets into accidents, how much it costs to repair the car. Another big thing is annual mileage. So I'm going to talk about why my insurance actually just changed a lot on the Lamborghini based on mileage. Obviously, if you drive a lot less per year, it's going to go down significantly. And I'd imagine that a lot of people, if you're of similar age, similar driving history, you're gonna probably drive the Lamborghini a lot less. So yours would be significantly cheaper than mine. I'll show you, I think my annual mileage allowance right now is 14,500 miles per year, and nobody drives 14,500 miles a year on a Lamborghini other than rental car companies and I guess me. Another big factor is location, where you live, what your zip code is. I had friends who had Detroit area codes, and because a lot of people in Detroit don't have car insurance, that means when you get hit by an uninsured driver, then your insurance company is going to have to pay for it. Then it raises your insurance, and because your insurance is raised, then people don't want to pay for it. Then more people don't have the insurance, then your insurance is raised again, and it's a horrible, horrible cycle. I've heard stories of people trying to insure Mustangs, and I don't mean insure Mustangs because of the funny memes. I mean, literally, that were upwards of $800 to $1,000 a month for a Mustang, like even an EcoBoost, just because of a Detroit area code and maybe a couple tickets or accidents. So right now, I'm going to go over, I've got my official paperwork here that shows the exact amount. So first, I'm going to talk about the Mercedes S550. So the S550, it's a six-figure car, so it is going to cost a decent amount to insure. That thing cost me $1,888 every 6 months. So $3,777 every year. Okay, that's the S-Class. Now that's because I drove the car really far in 1 year. It bumped it up quite a bit. How about the E63? The E63, I estimated that I'll drive at 10,000 miles per year. The E63 is faster, more dangerous, and more expensive than the S-Class, but because my mileage is lower, it costs me $1,366 every 6 months, so $2,733 per year. So you think $140,000 car, $2,700 a year, not actually that terrible if you think about it. Now, let's go to the Lamborghini. 2015 Lamborghini Huracan, $2,453.71 every 6 months, or $4,900 per year, with an annual mileage of 14,500. This amount was closer to $3,000 when I was only approximating driving it 7,500 miles per year. 3,000 to 4,900 is quite a big difference, but I did get double the mileage. So there you have it, 23-year-old, clean driving record, 2015 Lamborghini Huracan cost $4,900 per year. Is that a lot? In my opinion, not really. On a $250,000 car, a very fast car, a pretty dangerous car, for a young driver on their own policy, that's a pretty big gamble for an insurance company when you think of it. And coming out to $400 a month to completely cover this thing, that's with a $1,000 deductible. So if anything, knock on, well, there's no wood anywhere, knock on Alcantara were to happen, it would cost me $1,000 out of my pocket in order to get it fixed. Not all that crazy, huh?
Well, guys, that is exactly how much it costs to insure the Lamborghini, the E63, and the Mercedes S550. I'm curious, comment in the comment section below. Is that more or less than you were expecting? And maybe for information's sake and for other people's knowledge, if you're comfortable, maybe comment your car and how much you're paying per year for insurance, just to compare all over the gamut what we've got going on in the insurance world. I really like to look at these wheels, guys. I know some of you were commenting that you didn't like them, but damn, I think they fit the car super well. Some people were also saying that the fronts aren't concaved enough, and I agree, the backs do look cooler because of the concavity, but that's because of the massive carbon ceramic discs. You'd have to have massive wheels, which is not really a possibility on the Huracan in order for that to happen. A big thing for these Lamborghinis are, because they're all-wheel drive, you have to have the same rolling diameter, that means the total diameter of the tire, as OEM, to not mess up the front differential. If you change it, a lot of people, especially on Gallardos, they went with huge aftermarket wheels and they end up blowing their front diff, which is many, well, tens of thousands of dollars to get repaired. So that's why I went with an OEM wheel size so that I knew it'd be perfect.
Heading back home. Oh, I love those downshifts. Hello, E63. I still need to come up with a name for you.
Well guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're not part of the Vehicle Virgins family yet, smash that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, and give this video a thumbs up if you found it informative. We got some awesome content coming your way, guys. I look forward to seeing you next video.